had a hat. You okay?
Got too close. Minimum focus distance.
Minimum focus distance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Say I had a hat for this show, but well, good morning to everyone. Good evening, good night, goodbye, farewell, adieu. Welcome to the show. This is we've been on 2 weeks hiatus. We're going to talk about some stuff that's been going on, food, movies, excitement, just the usual fun and or it's side jag, man. Let's just dig into it, shall we? What have you been up to, man?
Listen, man, I have to start with this.
Yes.
Have you ever had a chocolate-covered gummy bear?
Yes.
What did you think?
I'm not a gummy bear person, but you. So to be fair, you cover anything in chocolate, I want to try it. Twinkies,
right? I agree.
Like a chocolate-covered chocolate bar, I'm down.
It's like, ooh, chocolate-covered chocolate. Oh,
you covered it in chocolate twice. I'll take it. And there to be true, like if you cover something chocolate in dough, I want to try that too. So like if you're like, I'm gonna dip it in batter and sprinkle it with powdered sugar, I'll try that. So, I mean, I might not eat the whole thing, but I'm still like a cupcake dipped in chocolate. Oh, like
there you go.
Yes, that would be
all the bad things.
Or
but
okay,
I do like gummy bears.
Yes.
I was at a like a local place called Copper Kettle, just a candy place. Get Cassie some fudge for Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Instead of like one of the assortment boxes.
Yeah.
So I'm in there and I just hear people talking about chocolate covered gummy bears. I was like, you know what? They're $17 a pound. I'm not going to buy a whole pound. I'm going to buy half a pound. No.
That's a lot of gummy bears.
That's a lot of gummy bears. So I buy half a pound and I experiment with Matt, Bailey's boyfriend. I'm like, hey, try this, man. And he's just game try anything. So I just want to see his face before I try it. And his face starts off, it's like you don't know what he's thinking. And then he starts to get a little small and he's like, this is like weirdly good. So I try it and it's kind of bad at first, but then it's kind of good. So I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about them. I ate a bunch of them, but
I'm kind of there. Yeah, it's because there's chocolates that have like the fruity filling in them, you know, like a jelly filling, not the fruity, because those are the Whitman samplers with the whatever
yeah.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get so hyped up on sugar that day because like you give me like life is like a box of chocolates. Just that shit ain't gonna be around very long. So this is life in the fast lane. It's an Eagles song.
Listen, dude, I do got beef with some of the chocolates in a box of chocolate.
There's some that suck, but I feel like
some are terrible, man. Like
but there again. That's why that analogy works so well.
Who likes those? It's like yellow banana Laffy Taffy
dipped in chocolate.
I know, but actually, I have found out that banana is the most popular flavor of Laffy Taffy, and I've grown accustomed.
And probably runts too.
Runts though. Runts are not. I don't like
nothing
runts.
is good. I don't.
Yeah, runts are not. Runts aren't great.
No, but no, yeah. I mean, there again, a lot of that stuff is lost. I mean, it's like because Halo would just be like, try this.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What am I? What do you think? Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, Dad. Like, dude, it's like a chocolate. Okay. Have you had the new Oreos?
I seen the new Oreos. I have not had them.
So we're an Oreo house, and I'm a mega stuff guy. Like if I'm just like, let's buy some Oreos. What do you want? It's like a SpongeBob moment. Did you ever see the SpongeBob where he's regular strength or extra strength? And he's doing that whole comparison while the serial killer's trying to kill him. It's like, do I need strength or extra? And just buy something. When we go shopping for Oreos, it's like Well, the thins are for people that just are dumb enough to think that they could healthily eat an Oreo cookie. So the thins are out. The regulars, I'm just gonna take two, throw two cookies away, and make a double stuff. And a double
Right.
stuff, I'm just gonna throw two cookies away to make a mega stuff. So let's just get the mega stuff.
Skip the
Yeah, that
steps.
one works.
Yeah.
You know, and then they just look at you and go, "Oh, that's so much stuff." And it's like, you don't have to eat them. You don't have to eat them. You know, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, so this one is bigger than a mega stuff, but it's
Yeah.
cookies. It's like Oreo cookie crumbles, and oh, fuck, we're already on bag 2. Somebody
Oh,
felt so
damn.
bad that they finished the bag that they went and bought another bag, so that they weren't the ones accused of who ate the last cookie.
Damn.
I was like, bro, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I just wanted to try them. It's not becoming a staple of my daily routine. You know, it's not that important to me.
Exactly.
It's just like,
I'm not opposed to mega stuff, but I prefer the cookie part of Oreos because I like to, when I do eat Oreos, I just dip them in milk. So
yeah,
that's my favorite part.
milk is acid, so there's never a chance that I'm dipping shit in milk. So,
The floor is lava, milk is acid.
yeah, the closest thing I'm gonna do to milk is eat the white stuff inside of the Oreo cookie that is the same color as milk.
Yeah,
Does that count?
milkish.
That's
Yeah.
as good as it's gonna get for
You're
me.
gonna eat those your version of cereals, the ones that come in the bar with like the milk
Yeah,
running with
and
through
even
it. Yeah,
and even that's disgusting. So,
yeah.
if that's the answer to the question, I'm not asking.
Yeah. I'm not huge on milk, but I will drink chocolate milk. I'll drink the milk out of cereal, depending.
Oh,
But I'm
so
not
you
a big
go
cereal guy
anti-Jeff
either.
Smith? Yeah, can't
Yeah,
do
I'm not. I'm also not a big cereal guy. So
no. I'm
yeah.
not either. I could every now and then like a nice bowl of cereal is cool, but then it's
Yeah.
like, why am I eating a bowl of cereal? Like, I could have anything else I wanted. I'm eating this shit. Oh,
Well, and
okay.
if I do it, it's like a Jethro bowl, and I'm going simple though. I'm going like Frosted Flakes
Yeah,
or
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios. That's a good one. I also like Raisin Bran. I know, but
Well, that's Jeff's cereals.
yeah,
Raisin Bran.
I like Raisin Bran. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Maybe
they like
I'm Raisin
Frosted
Bran
mini
age.
wheat.
Frosted Mini Wheats. That's another good pool.
Yeah, just
Although
huh?
they expand in your mouth, man. It's like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. If I do frosted mini wheats, I'm gonna let them sit in the bowl for 10 minutes until like they're like big globs of shit you could putty holes with.
Right.
Waiting for the oops all filling edition.
It's just
Yeah,
like
it's just like 3 rows of white crap that you eat with a spoon.
right. That's almost like if you get what's that, toaster strudels,
Yeah,
and you just throw those away and you eat the little packets, the frosting.
let's be honest. Probably not the
Yeah.
worst idea.
No, man, the
'Cause
frosting's
the
where
toaster
it's at on
strudel
there.
tastes like shit.
Yeah, there they do.
It's like we came up with this white crap that we're gonna put on it that's gonna
Something.
make it taste better, but you're gonna end up sucking the thing.
Yeah. This is what you really want, but we can't sell you this
Yeah,
because the government's like, nah, fam, nah.
yeah. I mean, there should be enough in the tube of the toaster strudel so that you could layer the whole top of the thing. Like,
Yeah, there should be. I agree.
I mean, the reality is if you want to do 2 toaster strudels, right? You cook
Yeah.
1 toaster strudel
And use 2 packets.
and no, use all the packets. Just
Oh shit, all the packets.
all the packets. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, that's what you want.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want.
Oh,
I mean,
I've gotten fist fights over that. Because I would sometimes use 2 packets of the toaster strudels.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm using 2 packs, man. And then, of course, my little brother was not cool with that. He was also Food Patrol. So, we've had some scuffles over some toaster strudels.
I would never do that just on principle, just because it was. I mean, it was just. I don't know. Yeah, I would never.
Dude, when you're a teenager, you don't give a shit about nobody.
I was a teenager once. I just couldn't do it, man. I couldn't bring myself to do it. It was like, oh man, because I'd be the one stuck. Because if it happened once in my house, then my 2 sisters would think it's fucking party on, and like,
that's where it starts.
There would just be a box of toaster strudels with no frosting.
You know what? You know how this started though. They're serrated, so you can separate them.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't always work, and sometimes it tears into the
There's the
next one.
bag. Yeah.
So once I was like, oh shit, I already got 2 of them. Might as well put them on the one toaster strudel. Then when you go to the next one, maybe you're not so careful when you tear those apart, and just go. It starts innocently,
Yeah,
and then it
you're
goes.
doing
The
2
next
pounds,
thing you know, you're
2
kicking
pounds of
babies
coke in a
and
day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
asking
don't
about
know,
your life
man. These
choices.
toaster strudels, they're just yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
Speaking of toaster strudels, we're gonna get to the Pez movie. Because why not? But
Yeah.
what did you think of the Super Bowl?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it was a more exciting game than we've had in the past.
Yeah.
You kind of thought like, oh man, the Eagles were running away with this in the beginning. There's a big turnover. The Chiefs kind of, from that moment on, take control of the game, and it was pretty good. I thought the halftime show was not bad.
Sounded good.
It wasn't. Yeah. So we were had to surround my high end surround sound, the Vizio, had it on full blast. So yeah,
Nice.
what'd you think?
I mean, all right. So I have all these Legos that I have not built yet, and so I was like,
Oh, it's strong. Listen, it was strong Star Wars vibes. The halftime show.
Oh,
Did you not get that? Like I was like, dude, this is like Palpatine right here.
Yeah, well,
I thought she was gonna be like, there's been an attempt on my life.
So my Clarissa, Haley's friend, was here, and she goes, I love her to death, but she's kind of dumb. She's really smart, but it's like very educationally smart, but as a human carrying a conversation, box of rocks. And she goes out of nowhere, she goes, was the halftime show sponsored by Goodyear or Michelin? She goes, was the halftime show sponsored by Michelin? And I go, Clarissa, that's the funniest thing you've ever said. And she just had this smile on her face, and the girls were looking at me, and I was like, Michelin Man. I mean, it's like, I was like, God damn, it's so weird. But my biggest complaint on the halftime show is always it just sounds like shit, or they try to do too much. Right. Last year they tried to do way too much.
Was that the one with Eminem and all that?
Yeah.
I should have liked it because it's like right up my alley. But
but it was way too much.
Yeah.
This year it's like one artist did all her hits, looked cool. They did the whole floating through the stadium kiss thing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is cool. I mean, do this 3 more years and we'll be all happy. Like, no dumb, stupid, shitty sounding stuff, And honestly, I was like, I know she's a good singer and I have a couple of her songs, but I really never paid attention to her catalog of work.
You forget how many hits she had. I think everybody, when we were watching, because we were, we're like, okay, so Bailey and Haley, they got to be just alike. So Bailey's going around like, what are they going to sing? Well, what's the first song she's coming out to? What do you think she's going to sing? So we're just sitting there naming all of them off. She basically played everyone we named off.
I'm sure.
And we're sitting there like, I forgot she had this many hits.
Yeah.
I mean, she even come back with a deep cut Umbrella, which is like her first hit.
But it's not a deep cut though, because it's like as soon as she started singing, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that song.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, I honestly forgot about all of them because I was like, damn,
right,
Mike, wow, she's all right. Well, now I know she's in the. They don't get they do all that shit pro bono.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did know that.
Like the last 4 or 5 guys have done it pro bono, and I'm like, because Haley goes, I wonder how much they get paid for this thing. I don't think they get paid anything. She's like, really? I was like, I mean, let's be honest. Why?
Yeah, just the notoriety, like it. I guarantee you, Rihanna's Spotify plays from the Super Bowl till now. I have probably quadrupled or more.
Oh, hell yeah! I mean, the one thing too that I was thinking about, and I was like, okay, so they picked Rihanna. Apple can pick anyone. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So they went into, because they just went into their magical algorithm and they're like somehow pulled Rihanna out of the bag. I'm like, damn, she must have like some serious, like, like people watching this. Random fact: Rihanna's "Diamond" song was written by one of the girls in Pitch Perfect. I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, you know, Bacharach, what's his name? Bart or the guy that just died, Burt Bacharach. He was in The Spy That Shagged Me. Hey, here he comes, Burt Bacharach.
Mm.
Like that guy has written more #1 hits for other people than he himself will ever sing. You know,
Yeah,
it's yeah.
yeah, and that we'll talk about it later. But I watched a whole series called "This Is Pop."
Yes, I watched it.
Yeah,
That was
dude,
the other one I watched.
that was pretty good. Like I watched the first one, I was like, "Damn, I'm in, man. Let's
All right,
go."
so that's the only one I didn't
I
watch.
deemed it. I deemed it, man. I watched them all of them.
Boom, yeah. So I didn't watch the Boys to Men one because I was like,
that's the best one.
I didn't know where the show was gonna go, and
Right.
And I was like, and by the time I figured it out, I was like, I don't know if I can go back and watch it. I really don't care, because the middle ones were the best. The last
Right,
two
the ones sucked. Like,
what's that?
the last episode, I was like,
when they started talking about the Brayley.
We were like at such a high in the middle, and then the penultimate was okay, but not great. The last one was just like,
the
dude,
Brayley was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, like no one cares.
The only thing that came from the Brayley was the I don't know if he was gay or not, but the little short happy singer guy, and I can't for the life
from the 50s or whatever,
huh?
The dude from the 50s.
Yeah. Can't think of his name, but he's like he wrote a ton of stuff for other people, you know, and that was really I mean, he had a couple songs his own, but he himself has done. But no, like that was a good series.
Yeah, that one caught me off guard.
The country one was good. I didn't get the guy. I didn't get why he was wearing the drape across his face.
That was so apparently I didn't know this guy. That's like his thing or something.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like a famous singer that I don't know.
Yeah. Me neither.
But yeah, that's why I was like, this dude's kind of weird, but whatever. You know?
Yeah. I didn't get that.
I'll tell you, if you like that, you should check out the Garth Brooks one that's on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that one's good.
Yeah, it's really good, talking about all because remember he was like Chris. So it talks about all that, and then just like how he came up, and it's really good.
All right, I'll watch that.
And I didn't watch it all. Cassie had already started it, but I seen it and I was like, oh yeah, like, and that's just so frustrating. She watched some of the dumbest stuff ever, right? And then she knows, like, this is right up my alley, and you start this without me. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, this is Pop is cool. It looks like it's going to be a series.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. So
some of them were great. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't watch the first one. The second, third, there's like 6 of them. So like the second one, which was like the British one, was good.
Yeah.
The country one was good. And then there was just I can't remember what the other one was, but there was like 3 of them.
They done the boy band one was pretty good.
Boy band one was good. The whole going over to Sweden, like I really enjoyed that one.
And then they followed it up with the Swedish one, with all the Swedish one, which was also good and something I knew nothing about.
Yeah. That honestly, that was the cool thing about it, because it was like I didn't know any of that stuff, and it was fun. So that I like that.
Yeah.
So,
and those are the highlights of it. And that's one of those, you don't have to watch it. You can watch whatever episode you want.
Yeah, because they don't piggyback in. That's why I was like, oh, I didn't watch the Boys to Men, and I was like, oh, I'm never gonna watch the Boys to Men.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the only cool thing about it was they kind of talked about the other ones that came before him, Bell Biv DeVoe, and then you know, the new guys that came up, and so
don't care. All right, so let's talk about the Pez guy,
the Pez Outlaw.
I'm gonna kind of take it from the British guy that they interviewed in it.
Yeah.
There was a total dick,
The
but
show should have been about him.
and he said that, and he was probably right, because he goes, "This
Yeah.
is a show about a loser. Like, this doesn't have a happy ending for anyone."
Right.
And I
Yeah.
was like, "Why did they leave that in there?" He was literally telling us in the beginning. They are telling us in the beginning of the show that this is going to not end the way you're hoping, and it's gonna kind of be dumb.
Sad. It's gonna be sad at the end.
Yeah.
Like the dude
Yeah.
had serious mental problems.
I don't even know if that was it though. I mean, I just think he was. I, I don't
Well,
know.
he was bipolar, and then he would get on these kind of highs and just do stupid, dangerous shit. Like in the beginning, how he even started with it, and then he would just fall out of it. You know, like oh now he's depressed and he's not going to do anything. And
All I know is that if you have something else better to do with an hour and a half of your time,
yeah,
please do that.
this wasn't one of those. This one now, when you look at the trailer, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like right up our alley. But then when you watch it, it's like, no, this is not the documentary
No,
that we go. Even
and
though
they
you
almost yeah.
go ahead,
I was gonna say they try to make Pez look bad, like the company here in the U.S. look bad, and it
yeah,
was like, not really, because I mean they were just protecting their own interests. I mean,
right.
yeah, I
The
mean,
only part that it which was well within their rights, but when he come up with his own designs and he was selling them, and they were like, "Oh, what you want to do that? Yeah, let's just do this." And that's where it ends. Like he's
yep,
done.
yep,
At that point, he is absolutely done. But the whole point is like he knows what he's doing is illegal, and he was getting away with something. He made a lot of money from it. He did not use that money wisely. Um, he tried to start a business off it, and he did start a business off it. But you can see where it was going. Like this is you can't just be an outlaw the whole time and win.
no,
Like
no,
it's not
because
going to work.
they always have the upper hand.
Right. Unless you're truly like a drug cartel willing to do anything kind of outlaw.
Yeah,
And he wasn't.
This is Pez, so
Yeah, he was just getting some Pez.
right. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was just dumb. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, let's talk about Beanie Babies or something. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's so
Right.
stupid. Yeah, I just was like, all right, and Sue wanted to watch it, and so we're watching it together, and she's just like, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what this proves, right?
No.
That if you do a documentary, Dean and I will watch it.
Yeah. And it'll suck. Oh, yeah. So here's what sucked even worse. So this is what totally pissed me off. Like just pushed me over the edge a little bit. So that was I try to watch them on Sunday. So I flew home Monday. So Sunday nights is the night that we didn't go. So our Sunday started our day started Sunday at 6:30 and it ended. I went to bed Monday at 2 o'clock. No, 3 o'clock, 3:30, 3:34. As that was my up. And so I woke up at like 9:30 p.m. and I was like, oh man, I gotta watch this because we're gonna be doing it Thursday. So I'm in the chair like this. And I'm just disgusted. And Haley was Sue was watching with me, and she's like, "You awake?" I'm awake. I'm awake. And then when you text me,
Yeah, it's like,
I was just like, I'm gonna kill him.
It's like,
I'm like, seriously? I'm not gonna remember any of this movie. And then I was like, oh, this thing sucked. That's what I'm gonna remember. It just
the best
sucked
part
so
is he
bad.
didn't have to remember anything.
No, because it was dumb. It was dumb.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes the stories were just stupid. Like,
Yeah.
so I was watching before the show started. Is Apple TV is going to do not a documentary, but a live action documentary on Tetris. The story of Tetris, which is actually a really cool story because he's the Russian guy and all that crap. Yeah. And there's a couple different ones out there on Tetris because why not? I mean, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that looks really good. So I'll probably have to
I think still to this day, Tetris is still the #1 selling game of all time.
I hope so. I
think so.
It's one game I can maybe. I suck
Yeah.
at it because it's I'm gonna die, but at least I can get past like the first level sometimes.
Yeah. Plus, they have like advanced Tetris now, so it's. I played a lot of Tetris on Game Boy. That was like one of the games you could get, I think, maybe for free or something.
Yeah, it came with the Game Boy. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
played a lot. As an
Suck.
adult, I played a lot at
Yeah,
work.
why not, man? I mean, it
Yeah.
passes the time. What's the difference with that and
Yeah.
solitaire? I mean,
Yeah, we played we had handheld electronic solitaire as well.
yeah.
So
I mean,
where we worked, your machine would run and you'd have about 10 minutes before you had to unload it. So you just sit there on the pallet while you're waiting, and I'd play Tetris, whatever, solitaire. We had all kinds of little handheld games.
well, that starts in March, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be like a 4 or 5 part series or 6-part series.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely have to add that to the gotta watch list.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I'm a sucker.
Oh yeah. So the Pez thing was a waste. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. Yes, Baba, you're welcome. Don't waste your damn time. Now the other show we caught was you guys. What was it?
The what?
The one with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, You People.
You People. You saw that, right?
Yes.
Okay. What was?
Dude, that show was such a hard watch. Listen, I actually really liked it, but there's so much cringy shit happening. Just like Bailey was like, I can't take this. She's like, I can't watch this. And what I loved about it was not only are they getting like the fake woke mom, but then they're also getting like the dad that's overly aggressive the other way.
So bad.
It's like they're just like Eddie Murphy and what's his name? Jonah Hill they're just like roasting everybody.
Oh yeah.
And it's so cringy, and it's like I thought it was great. But Bailey was like, I cannot watch this.
Oh no, I had to get up like 4 or 5 times to just walk around because I was just like, oh man. And it was funny too because Sue was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, were you watching the same movie I was watching? Because like, dude, there was so much like, they're doing that. Oh my god, they're like, damn.
Dude, Julie Louis-Dreyfus.
Yes.
Was freaking amazing.
Oh yeah. It's
so
definitely
damn cringy.
It's definitely worth a watch. There's no doubt about it. It's worth a watch. If you don't cringe at least 5 or 6 times just because they're saying the things that like we just don't get to say in movies anymore.
Right.
And do the things that we don't get to do in movies anymore.
Well, the best part about it is I feel like this can make the right happy, make the left happy, make the right mad, make the left mad. So like when you're doing that, like that's comedy. That's the sweet spot.
Oh yeah, Jonah Hill.
When you're pissing everybody off, it's like okay.
And you felt everything.
Yeah.
Like this was probably one of his best movies as far as like him as an adult actor. Like because you felt everything that his facial expressions and his mannerisms just sold the movie. Like there's no doubt about it.
It's like just his look was so cringy. Just his look in the movie with the tattoos and everything.
Yeah.
And
it's totally a today movie, and it'll be a period piece. Like if you don't watch it now, you're not going to be able to watch it in 2.5 years.
Yeah,
I'm sure it did. I have no idea. I didn't really pay like the Kiss thing. Like who cares? But yeah, this movie will definitely not be relevant next year. It'll be like you didn't watch it, and it's over.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, what were they doing back then? Yeah, I can see it.
Well, it's like watching Nightmare on Elm Street now. It's like, do you realize a cell phone would solve all this, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like Haley watched that movie and she's like, why aren't they just calling somebody? It's like they don't have phones. Why don't they have phones? Do their parents not love them? Like they weren't invented yet.
Exactly.
What world are they in? Are they from? I mean, do they live in a foreign country where they don't have cell phones? It's like,
dude, and I love the Nightmare on Elm Street films. Like the first one's legitimately kind of a scary film.
Yeah.
And then it just goes super camp, which is part of why I love them. Like it's just gets campier and campier until a certain point. Then it jumps the shark. But
yeah.
There was some good super campy Freddy stuff.
Man.
It was like so bad it was good.
Yes, and like I could watch some of that, and I'd just be like, "This is so dumb.
Yeah,
It's so
exactly.
dumb. It's so
Yeah,
dumb." Like, ugh.
and the lines, the Robert England had for some of those is just
Oh yeah,
so.
well, that was just it was the one-line zingers. I mean, it was
Yeah, and
like, yeah. I mean, we all get it, and that's fine. I mean, it makes sense. Um, so then I also watched the on the plane. I watched The Recruit on Netflix. So it's about
that's the one with the guy from The Quiet Place.
uh no. That's no. This is a CIA lawyer stuff. Similar.
Oh, okay.
This is a Netflix CIA lawyer stupid movie. It was kind of funny though because he's like flying all over the place and he doesn't know where he's at half the time and he's just tired. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is fitting because I'm freaking flying and I'm tired. So this is
Yeah.
perfect. It was okay. It was honestly it was a great watch on a flight.
Right.
Each one dovetailed into the other, so it was like watching an 8-hour movie. So and
That's
it wasn't good acting, it wasn't bad acting. It was just like, yeah, it was fun. It was a fun little
I
thing to watch.
I had one along the similar lines that I watched,
Well,
Kaleidoscope.
what was it? Oh, the
Kaleidoscope.
kaleidoscope.
The one where you pick the random
Yeah,
color, it's just all random. Dude,
yeah.
it's just like people hype this. I think I fell into the hype like in a bad way because it was just like it's just a knockoff Ocean's 11 told with like their little twist if you can watch it in any order.
Yeah,
It's Ocean's 11 spread out and told future past 2 days before the heist, 6 days
oh,
after the
I
heist, and a month.
hate that.
So it's like I wouldn't recommend it to somebody unless you're really into like you can watch it in any order.
I have to
Or you
watch.
really if you really love Ocean's 11 and heist films, it's going to be okay. It's not as good as Ocean's 11. So there's that. But yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Yeah,
Maybe I just got if I
I'll
had watched this and no one had told me about it, maybe I would have liked it more. But yeah, just
yeah,
victim of the hype.
yeah. So I just put a bunch of documentaries on my phone because I knew I was going to fall asleep, and I do. I do relax more if there's just like somebody talking. So I watched the Leonard Skinner documentary,
Yeah,
and
that's a good one.
it is a good one. It's funny.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't realize how much of a dick that guy was.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, like that guy's a dick. Oh well, and the fact that they're still touring with like nobody from the
brother.
band, it's like,
Yeah, just the brother. And then
it's like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
let's
That
do
part
it.
gets like where it's like what's happening? Like I like the story of how they got started and how all that stuff. I
Yeah,
thought that was cool. And then when it goes into that, it's like, okay. Like,
no, and see that was the best part. I caught the beginning where it was like actually like this is how we kind of fell into this, and this is what
right.
happened, and this is how like we got really crazy, and then it was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I do like the part how they came up with the name Leonard Skinner
I had known
from the
that
guy they had
before.
lost.
Yeah.
I did
They,
not know that.
yeah, and they spelled it all stupid. So, because Haley used to
Yeah.
think it was Leinard Skynyrd.
I mean, that's how it's spelled.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Speaking of rock and roll, do you remember? So there was a commercial on the Super Bowl where Paul Stanley was in it, dressed in his Kiss stuff,
yes.
and
Yeah.
dude, it had Ozzy and it had Pat Benatar, and I can't remember who the other guy was, and they were like, no, Billy Idol was in it, and it was like,
Yeah.
no, you're not a rock star unless you're a rock star,
Dude, that's so funny because like working in an office environment, this is 100% true. Like this stuff happens exactly
Oh
how it's.
yeah, bro, you're a rock star. No,
Yeah.
no. I like at the
Yeah,
very
or
end when
something.
he pops in just as he's getting ready to say it. He's like,
He's like, yeah,
and like Ozzy's in the
yeah.
back, hey, it's Oswald. It's like,
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was
Like,
pretty good.
yeah, I thought that out of all the commercials, that was probably one of the better commercials.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That one was good.
I was like, oh,
There was some bad commercials. There was some
they
like did you see the hell was it? It was like Miller Lite fighting
fighting
Bud Light.
Coors.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
fighting
was,
Coors, and it ended up being a Blue Moon.
yeah.
Come, like
Actually,
what are you
it was
what are you
stupid,
doing?
and it was so stupid, but I loved it because I was like, okay, so the reason why I love it, why I thought it was cool, is because like, we have to deal with companies that are multiple companies in one. Like
Yeah.
we deal a lot with JVC Kenwood, and it's funny because they have clear paths of these are the JVC guys, these are the Kenwood guys, but there's these group of guys in the middle that have to take care of both because they're overlap, because you're
Right.
not going to have, there's no reason to have these two groups of people. And so I was working a deal for somebody with them. I was playing the moderator, and they were like, I just want it to be Kenwood. We don't need to have them involved in it, right? And I was like,
Yeah.
no, you can do whatever you want. I just want the check. The check is all that matters. Okay, I don't care whose name's on it. The check is all that matters. But I was laughing at that because I was like, these commercials are $7 million,
Yeah.
and it's like, as Miller, who owns all these companies, probably is like, how are we going to pay for this? I can't. We can't swing $7 million for one beer. They're like, I have this idea. We'll take all of our entities and we'll make this. And I was like, so I was watching. I'm going, this is good. This is fucking hilarious. Like, because this is what would happen. I want the money. No, I want the money. And then the smooth operator comes at the end and goes, no, it's really about this. And you're just like,
yeah.
Oh, that was genius. Like the marketing guy that came up with that.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
I wonder
good job.
I wonder how much the commercial qualities have gone down this year, I would say. Overall. They had the Will what's his damn last name? You know what I'm thinking of. He's a zombie, he's driving the Honda.
Oh yeah, Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, the Honda commercial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid.
So I was like, oh yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, they had the Walter White commercial with the chips. Where they came up.
That was okay.
And then they had the Psych guys, the guys from the TV show Psych with John Travolta. The Tubi commercial was good. Where like changed.
Oh, with the that one was good.
That was good. That got me because I was putting the Legos together, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Cassie done the same thing. Who's on the TV? I was like, nobody.
Well, so here's the funny part: because Sue accidentally shut the TV off during the game. So she'd already done that, and then I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah.
The Downey McBride one.
Yeah, I love Danny McBride, but
yeah, Downey McBride. Yeah, that was.
I didn't really like that.
That was stupid. That was stupid. I forget. I was so stupid. I forgot about it. But kudos to him for getting a gig,
dude. So I watched another documentary that I don't know if you've watched.
Ooh,
the story of One Taste.
No clue. What is it,
dude? It's a freaking sex cult. It's a freaking sex cult. It is. So I just jumped into this, didn't understand. Like, I didn't know what was going on with it. I was like, I'm going to give it a try. And it is so interesting. Like, this company is still in business under another name, but it basically ended up being a sex cult. The leader lady was like, her dad was a pedophile. She was like trying to justify it in some of her things. Dude, it is so strange. It is very strange.
What's the name of it?
The Story of One Taste, I think.
Is it on like Netflix or something?
Netflix, yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Dude, it is so, like, I don't even know how good the quality of the documentary is itself, but the story is like, my God, like, what were people doing? Yeah, it was Yeah, and it's still in business.
Of course it is.
So it ended up being just a straight up sex cult, is what it was.
Really?
In the modern day. I mean, this happened in like 2015, and it's still in
Wow.
business.
That's
So
weird.
definitely one to check out. I
Yeah.
also
Orgasm
have
Inc.
watched.
You forgot to put
That's
that up.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orgasm
Okay.
Inc.
Yeah. Orgasm Inc. I forgot what it was.
So, it gives you the percentage of match, that this would
Yeah.
be something you would like. And they straight up 50-50 this.
They 50'd it. Yeah, I think it. I
You're
think
like,
that's a pretty good. It's a 50-50. Yeah.
yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're
That
like,
one is. It's just the story is so wild. And I think they're pretty short episodes, so they're not super long. They're like 30-minute episodes or somewhere around there.
does it even have episodes?
Yeah, I think it's like a mini series that has like 3 of them, 3 30-minute episodes or something like that.
Yeah, because overall it's only 120 minutes, or 100
Yeah.
hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Or it might not even be episodes. It might just be an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Maybe I just watched it in parts.
I mean, yeah. There's only so much you can handle, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're, there's definitely some nudity and stuff in there, but it's not gratuitous. But there's just like some vulgar talk, frank talk about sex, I would say.
Frank talk.
Yeah. So I did watch an M. Night Shyamalan movie at the movie theater. Knock
He's
at the
got one?
Cabin.
What's
He's got a
that?
new one. Knock at the Cabin. I did not know it was an M. Night Shyamalan movie until I watched the trailer. So I told Kyle, I said, hey, you and your girlfriend pick out a movie and I'll buy us and we'll go see a movie this weekend.
Okay.
I was telling him that. And he comes up. He's like, well, what do you want to watch? This, and this. And I go back and I was like, well, what about this, and this? And one of them was Knock at the Cabin. And at the end of the trailer, it's like directed by M. Night Shyamalan. And then Kyle, he's like, let's do this one. And I was like, oh, I wanted to see that one. It's M. Night Shyamalan. He's like, I know. He's like, when it popped up with M. Night Shyamalan, I gasped. And so we had to watch it. It wasn't that great. It wasn't that great.
Well, he hasn't made a movie that hasn't sucked since like Signs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
right. And it's just along those. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great.
No, and it probably was
just
the same shit that was like, does anybody know what's going on?
There's a different twist in this one that is different than like what you might expect from him. So there's that. It's not like if you're interested in it, wait till it comes out on video. Don't go to the movies and see it. But yeah.
No, I can tell you, I probably won't waste my time. So here's the problem I have is like documentaries are fun, but
Right.
documentaries are always told from a perspective of somebody that's trying to entertain us. Have you ever seen the channel Masterclass?
Yeah.
I'm really seriously like thinking of signing up for a year of Masterclass. Just because it's like, why not make these documentaries something that's actually useful? Like that I might get something out of.
Yeah.
Because it's like, and it's not that bad. It's like $200 a year, which is okay, whatever, but I mean, depending on where you're going to watch, it's like if you want a downloadable one, which is what I'd want, so I could watch them on planes and stuff.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, because I'm just sitting here. I'm like, you look at Netflix, there is nothing on Netflix to watch. It's like, what do you want to watch? I don't know. Let's watch another shitty documentary. It's like, why not just watch the person who shoots the documentary tell us how to shoot documentaries?
Yeah.
Like,
I hope the guy, one of the master classes, the guy that done the Carlos Ghosn documentary.
Oh,
I hope he's doing a master class.
Yeah. I mean, I always watch the commercials for it, which is like, because they're like 5-minute commercials, and I'm always like, the commercials are always so good. I'm like, damn, like man,
It's kind of like a TED talk for a subject,
yeah,
for a DIY subject.
yeah,
So TED talk just gives you the broad strokes.
right.
This is like how to do it.
Yeah, and it just looks so interesting to me. I'm just like, man, so, you know, and I got like 2 really big flights coming up, and it's like I'm just like looking at what I've downloaded, going, I just don't care about
Not gonna
any of
watch
this
it.
crap. It's just all crap.
Yeah,
And it's not like I don't sleep really well on a plane anyway, so it's like,
yeah,
let's just get these. Screw it.
yeah.
You
And
know.
and the only way I watch TV is just for an hour or two before I go to bed, and then if I happen to watch a movie, that's it. Or for
See,
this
that's the
show.
thing. Like the only live TV I've watched this week is I watched the Super Bowl, which I really didn't. And then
Yeah,
last night Haley had the final episode of the challenge on because she loves the challenge. And so it's like I gotta watch it with her, which means it's just on while I'm editing.
yeah,
And it's like this sucks. You know, the
yeah,
COVID ruined the one thing that I love in life, movies. You
yeah.
know, I mean,
I've
it's like,
been so we have antenna hooked up in the attic, so we get quite a few channels, like a strung antenna.
mhm,
I've been watching a channel on over there called Quest,
okay,
and they show a few things. They show like 3 gold hunting shows. They show like lizard lake towing, hardcore pawn. So I've been, as I'm doing things, just having it on in the background.
right.
So I've seen so much bad TV that's like hilarious shit happens, and it's turning me, man. Like I actually kind of like this.
I don't. Hi, Dave.
Yeah,
I don't. It's like I could be doing anything other than this.
yeah.
You know,
The one show right now, it's appointment for me is The Last of Us.
and I haven't watched that yet because it's
Yeah,
Fernando goes, "Oh man, have you watched this?" And I go, "The Last of Us?" He's like, "Yeah, we watched one episode the other day." And I was like, "And?" He goes, "That was weird." I was like, "Did you like it?" He goes, "Oh, it wasn't too bad." I was like, "All right, well,
yeah,
you know, they're 3 episodes in."
yeah, yeah. Well, and I played the game, so I'm more, you know, akin to like it, I guess. But it's pretty popular. It's like one of the biggest ones since Game of Thrones. So
No, and there again, I'm sure I'm gonna dive into it at some point because there's nothing else to watch.
right,
It's like, what else you got? Nothing. Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I burned through. So the new episodes of You came out. I don't know if you ever watched that about the stalker guy.
Yeah, no, it was funny because I saw that Haley used to watch it, and I said to her, I said, "Hey,
Yeah,
did you see you came back out?" She goes, "I stopped watching that like halfway through the last season. I gave up on that show." And I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, okay."
Doom Patrol. She got the Doom Patrol syndrome going.
Uh, yeah, exactly.
That's. But I did finish. Like I liked the last episode of it. I thought it was cool. Or the last season, and then this season they're doing it where they split up. So half the season, and they kind of done it different this time. So I was interested. Kind of murder mystery situation going on. So we watched all those, but
Oh, nice.
that's it. That is all the things I've watched that I can remember, anyways.
Yeah, which is kind of sad if you think about it, because there's nothing that is memorable anymore. It's nothing like, oh my god, this was so cool. You know,
Yeah,
my plan is to watch Wakanda Forever this weekend, maybe tomorrow, because it's
yeah,
just like I want to watch this. Um, and it's like there's like Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out, and that's
yeah,
something that Haley has seen the other two in the movie theaters with me. So like we'll probably go see that, which will be like the first time we've been in the movie theaters since Spider-Man.
yeah,
Um, but like Ant-Man is cool, but it's like
yeah.
you
I
know,
like going to the movie theater, so I'll probably see those both in the movie theater. But yeah,
I liked it too, but I haven't, like I said, Spider-Man was the last time we went. And it's
yeah,
like I don't know, man. It's just like I don't think people are putting the effort into making movies anymore.
No,
Like I
no.
haven't seen a movie that just is like, oh my god, this is like even watching the you guys or whatever the hell that was called with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, you people.
You people. Like
Yeah,
in a world pre-COVID, that would have been in the movie theater. Okay.
yeah.
It would have been in the movie theater. Would anyone have gone seen it? Probably. But now it's like I sit and I watch it at my house. I'm chilling on the couch, eating a bag of
Yep.
popcorn, and I'm like, this movie sucks. For like, and in my head I'm going, this I would have had to pay $40 for this.
Right.
It's not a $40 movie. It's a Netflix movie now. And I feel like it's just brought down the whole industry. It's like some
Well, and they're
Netflix
doing
movies are
this
cool.
too.
Oh, that drives me nuts. Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't know about this. Kyle had told me, he's like, they're doing different prices. And I was like, well, I don't, and they're doing for the middle seats. I don't like sitting in the middle seats anyways, because I don't want to rustle. Like if I got to go pee or get a drink, I
Never
don't want to
did.
have to walk through a million people.
No. As soon as I sit down, I'm in. I'm done. I'm not moving for 2 hours, 2.5
Yeah.
hours. But I sit middle center all the way up.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody behind me. That's my seat. It's like right there. We get there early, and that, to me, that was always the fun of the movie. It's like you get there early, you get your popcorn, you pick your seat, you get comfortable, you talk a little bit, the movie starts, and it's all good. But now it's like now you got to go on, you got to find your seat, you got to pre-register for it, and then and then you get these giant lazy boys that you just like sit in and you're like, oh gross, they don't clean these. So
gotta take your own wipes.
That's funny, we do on the airplanes. Like when we sit down in the airplane, we start cleaning everything, because like I'm literally going to put my hands on my food tray, and my face is, if the person folds the seat back,
Yeah, that's like, I'm not effing with that food. Listen, if I already have such little room on an airplane, if I do the food tray, now I've got this much room.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I can't do it. I'm already someone that hates being in confined spaces, so yeah, it's just worse.
Yeah.
Because inevitably, the person in front of you is going to lean.
Fat liar.
Oh.
What?
You said I could have it.
I did not.
You can have my tiki masala.
Frick you, I don't want that.
Okay, sorry. You said I could have it.
I didn't. I said you can try it.
Oh, I thought you said I could
It's
have it.
gold.
It's in the
You
dishwasher.
ate your child's food. What a
I
horrible
know,
dad.
it's terrible.
Oh, God.
It was wonderful. You guys did a great job. They made curry, and I could have swore she said, because are you gonna eat this? She's like, oh, I'll eat it. It was yummy. You did a good job. She made these cookies. Oh my god, I'll end it on this. She made these cookies. She shows me these cookies. There's some more chocolate chip cookies. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a chocolate chip cookie that has marshmallow and graham cracker in it.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn is right. Oh my god, these things are the best. She made those today, and I got home and I'm like, she made cookies, and I went because I knew she was, and there was a tray of a cup of them, and I was like, oh, and I ate one, and I was like, oh my god, these things are just like heavenly. Oh,
Yeah.
so I was like, don't ever make these again.
Yeah, we had to do the same thing. Like Bailey would be like, I'm cooking this, cooking that. Like, yo, quit. Like, I need you to quit cooking these, because if you cook them, I'm gonna eat like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah,
it's like I can't help myself. So I need you to
really
not
good.
cook 'em.
Yeah, 100%. Because I was like, just like as soon as I had it, I was like, oh my god, I gotta have another one. Like it's like crack cocaine. I need a chaser of crack cocaine for my crack cocaine. I need a beer to chase my beer.
Exactly.
I don't.
And we're getting a
analogy
crumble
you use.
cookie local here, so that's gonna be great too.
Yeah, okay. I can give or take crumble cookie, man. I don't know what it is. Like they're like we'll get them. We'll get the box of 4 and we'll cut them into all these little pieces. And like you have one of the little pieces of crumble cookie, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, they're good. Now, if you've had insomnia, I like insomnia cookies better, but
Yeah, I haven't had those yet. We also had another one open here, another like a smaller private one open, and like
yeah,
their cookies are like these like softball. I mean, they're a totally different shape. I'm like, wow, we had those the other day, and it was funny because we bought them, and then the girls went out of town and they didn't take theirs with them, and I'm like, I'm not eating these. Like, no, like it's like this
yeah,
mound of cookie, and I'm like, I'm not eating these. Like, screw you guys. I feel bad. I gotta go throw away $20 worth of cookies. There's 3
exactly, yeah,
cookies. I ate mine, which took me 2 days. I'm not eating yours. I eat cookies
yeah.
for 6 days. Screw that.
Oh,
You know, but cookies. All right,
so
so yes, go.
what are we gonna watch next week?
Well, do we want to watch or do we want to just do car audio talk?
Oh, let's just do car audio. That way
All
you
right,
don't have no homework.
yeah, because I don't know what I
Yeah,
would watch other than Wakanda. So
yeah. All
we'll
right.
figure out something. We'll text each other and we'll figure out something to watch in the meantime.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
For next weekend. That way Cassie knows. I think she's the only one that watches with us. Her and Dean. So
Yeah. Yeah.
they can suffer with us, or every now and again we watch something good. I think we're like 1 in 20 or something like that. But
Yeah, if that. I mean, it was an old movie that everyone has already
yeah,
seen. So, yeah. Mm. And the
yep,
thing is, I wish she'd recommend movies that didn't suck. I mean, I blame her.
yeah. I true. She did
Yeah.
recommend Kaleidoscope, so that is all on her.
And it sucked. So, like I said, I wish she'd
And
recommend
it
movies that
sucked. Yeah,
don't suck.
yeah,
And like C sucked too. Yeah. Grab that kicker blanket and cozy up. I did that. That's what I did. I
yeah,
grabbed my kicker blanket. I sat on the couch. Sue had her blanket because it's not a
yeah.
two-person blanket. And I just, sat there with my velvety softness on me with the window open so we could get our cold air, because
Right,
it was one of those odd days where it was actually cold in Florida for us.
dude.
You know?
There's nothing better than like I'm watching a movie. I got all my shit, my drink, my popcorn, whatever I want,
Yeah.
and you got a blanket, and it's like this is living my best life right now.
The only thing that would make it better is if I could fall asleep because I don't
And
care
still
about what I'm
remember the
watching.
movie.
No, not at all. And just like
Yeah,
not have anyone wake me up. And just kind of wake up and be like, wow, it's like 5 hours later and I feel wonderful. Wow, that was great. I don't even know. Shit, let's watch that again. I get 10 hours of sleep.
yeah,
That would be fabulous. Yeah.
yeah. Well, see,
Yeah, but-
the problem with blankets in this house is our little terrorist dog, 4.5 pounds. If you get a blanket and you were sitting, your blanket belongs to her. So she just goes nuts, man. She wants in that blanket, on that blanket. She wants to wrap up in it. Like, dude, what
I understand.
is going on with you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So all blankets belong to her. If they're on the
Yeah.
couch. That's her territory. So
I mean, that's no different than Haley. I mean, let's be honest.
yeah.
And I'm sure Wakanda Forever is gonna suck. Like, I'm already dreading watching it. I'm 100% know the movie's gonna suck.
Yeah.
There's not a glimmer of hope in my head that this movie's is going to be anything other than sucky. But I feel like I have to watch it just because
That's
it's
how I went
good.
into with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, it wasn't that bad. Wasn't as bad as
No,
I expected.
I think it's gonna be shit. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen the trailers. I've heard enough people. It's like, oh, that's why I'm not like. I wanted to watch it on the plane. I was all excited. I was like, I'll watch it on the plane. Plane, perfect time to watch it. I don't need to watch it on my big TV. Don't really care. Go to download it. Not downloadable yet. Really? You guys suck.
Yeah.
I'm like, God.
Yeah. Well,
damn
it's not exactly like Marvel movies or high cinema, any of them, even the very best of them. So
Yeah, but you know what? If Iron Man pops up in the middle of the day, I don't care what part of it is. I will sit down and watch a half hour, 45 minutes of Iron Man. Avengers, the original Avengers pops up. Yeah, I own it. I could watch it anytime I want. But if it's on the TV, and I'm like flipping through it's like a weird Sunday where it's like The girls are asleep, but I'm just like, oh, let's see what's on regular TV. You know, it's like, oh, Avengers. Oh, let's watch that. You know,
Out of a lot of them, I think I like the first what I don't even Guardians of the Galaxy. I like the second Thor. Spider-Man. I like the last not the last Spider-Man, but the first one they done with Tom Holland. I thought was great.
yeah. Yeah.
The second one was good too.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I like the last two Avengers movies. To me, were just fabulous. So it's like,
yeah, I'm trying to think what I can't even remember what happened. The
Endgame.
one like with Ultron was sucked.
Oh, that was horrible.
Avengers with
Yeah,
Ultron
yeah.
sucked.
No, yeah. This is all the Thanos stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, better than Everything Everywhere. Yeah, I haven't seen. I know what you're talking about. All at Once. I haven't watched that either though, because that seems like it's gonna be sucky too. So it's like, oh god, that's what I'm saying, man. They just gave up. They making crap. Stop making crap. Make stuff we want to see.
Good luck with that.
I know. So I'm telling you, man. Master class.
Well, hey, so people still swear that the second Suicide Squad's a good movie. I've been here, like I've heard it now. I think once a week on a podcast I listen to, different people say it's good. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey guys,
I thought it was worse than the first one.
Thanks for spending your night with us. You guys have a great time. No show next week on this particular topic. We'll just be doing our other show if you watch that. If not, we'll see you the week afterwards. Thank you. You guys have a great night.
See ya.